this is One Broke Gamer Girl, and this is my review of iZombie for the PlayStation 4. This was another one of those games that I bought during the PlayStation Annual Halloween sale. I also bought and finished Doodle Devil, which, if you want to take a look at that review, you can do so by clicking the link down in the description below. At this point, I'm not even sure how much I paid for this game, but I know that it was cheap, and I also knew that this would be an easy 100% to add to my profile. So, after a little over a day of playing, getting all the trophies, it's time for a review. iZombie is a little puzzle strategy type of game where you play as a zombie, the leader of all the zombies, and go through each level in order to create more zombies, or to get to someone without being detected. To do this, you'll have to be skillful and try to see each level at all different angles. It's not a hard game, and there are enough levels to keep you busy as you try to figure out each level, and get the ultimate goal of getting all 3 stars on each and every level. I enjoyed the time that I spent with this little puzzle strategy game. I thought that it was fun, and while some of the levels were simple and to the point, others were not and required a lot of strategy and a lot of time to think. This was fun and made the game exciting as I tried multiple times to get 3 stars on each level. While there are enough levels to keep you busy, if you don't grind your way through the game, I still would have liked to see more levels, especially because there are summer and winter levels. What happened to spring and fall? Adding these 2 more seasons would have added some more levels and gave this game more tension because of more levels. The playability of this game is both simple and complicated depending on the level that you're playing. When you're playing your head zombie, things are easy because you can go and recruit your other zombies and make them follow you around, turning unsuspecting people into more zombies to create your little zombie horde. When you're playing as your head zombie but have to rely on the other zombies to do all of the work in order to free you from a situation, things become a little bit more complicated and frustrating. This is also one of those games where you feel like when you do a puzzle, you have to rush to do it, not only because the Speedrun Trophies, which I'll get to in a moment, but because you just have this urge to get the level done as quickly as possible. It's a weird feeling, but I had this a lot during the game, and it made me make stupid mistakes. That being said, if you take your time or follow a guide, this game is pretty easy, and once you get used to the style of the puzzles, they aren't all that hard to figure out. The graphics for this game are simple, and that's okay, because this is a simple game. This isn't a AAA game, and the graphics don't need to reflect that. I like simply designed games that have simple, cartoony graphics sometimes because they're kind of a rarity nowadays. That being said, I still thought the graphics had a lot of detail to them, and the team that worked on these graphics really cared as they designed the different people and the different zombies that they became. For a super small game, a lot of detail went into the graphics, and it went a long way too. Now for the trophies. There were a total of 11 super easy trophies for this game. All you really have to do is play the game, finish the game in a certain amount of time, and get 3 stars on all of the levels. While the speedrun trophies can be tricky, you have the option to go back and redo levels in order to get a better time on them. You also have the opportunity to go back and get 3 stars on each level, so it's a totally doable trophy list. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get all the trophies for this game. This is another game that has the lack of multiplayer, and this makes me happy because I do love the single player games where I can just play by myself, so this game gets another yay for being single player only. Overall, I give this game a 3 out of 5. Here's what's great about it. This is a great puzzle strategy game that allows you to play as a zombie, and each level has a different way of it being solved in order to get 3 stars. Also, for a small game that has simple graphics, a lot of attention was paid to the details of how each character looked like before they were zombies and after they were zombies, showing that a lot of time and care went into the making of this game. Not to mention, there are no bugs and glitches for this game, which is always a plus and a bonus, seeing as how many games have so many bugs and glitches in them. It's always a relief to play a game that has none of that. Here's what's not so great about this game. While there are plenty of levels to keep you occupied, there could have been more, especially since this was a seasonal type game. Apparently this game forgot that there isn't just winter and summer, but also spring and fall. This was a complete mistake on the game's behalf, not to make this game longer by adding different seasons and more levels. Also, the speedrun trophies, while simple to get, they're a real downer on the game and kind of ruin it, especially when you have to go back to one level only to save the level by a few seconds and have your overall time for the season cut down by a few seconds. This puts a hindrance on the game when you have to go back and see how you can do the puzzles faster. This is one of those games that isn't the greatest, but it's also isn't the worst game either. It's a decent game that could have been more, but it just wasn't. That being said, I did enjoy my time playing this game for the price that I paid. I would say that if you enjoy puzzle strategy games, then this is a pretty decent game to play, but not for the full price of $4.49. If you can find this game on sale again, I would say to go for it, but for a game that really only takes a little over a day to complete, paying $4.49 for it just seems a bit much. If you're not a fan of puzzle strategy games, then just skip this one, because if you don't like that genre, then this game isn't the game that's going to get you into puzzle strategy type games. This is One Broke Gamer Girl. I just want to say a big thank you for watching this video. If you liked what you just watched, then go ahead and hit that like button down below. One more thing, since you've already hit the like button down below. You've already hit the like button down below, right? Well then, why not go ahead and go one step further and leave a comment too? Since you've already hit the like button and left a comment, you did both of those already, right? Then why not just take one more tiny little step and hit the subscribe button as well? Just one more thing, since you've already come this far, would you kindly check out the links in the description? That way you can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and maybe even check out my blog.